Yo, what is going on guys, man, Defend the Machine, and today what I've got you guys is a bit of a different video today. Since I was looking at a lot of the variants in Advanced Warfare, and because they're adding more variants to the game, if you didn't know, they're adding a third new elite variant for certain specific guns. There's about 12 new elite guns coming to the game, or 10 or so, something like that, but there is a few more coming to the game. So since I was doing that today, a lot of people will be hyping around elite guns as of recently, and since they're doing that, what you got to remember is a lot of the bad guns, or a lot of the enlisted guns that are as rated high as the elite guns, are pretty good, and a lot of the enlisted variants of those guns actually do a lot of things good instead of bad. Because if you think about it, some of the things on elite guns do a load of random stuff, and you don't really want that happening. Like with the AK-12 finger trap, it is a good gun in terms of like its iron sights and its handling, but I'd rather be able to have an AK-12 with attachments, so I'd rather have the RIP obviously than that. But let's see what they actually add to the game very shortly. But today I'm going to be discussing with you guys some of the weapon classes that I think have a really good enlisted gun, or a really good underrated gun that not a lot of people are hyping about. So I hope you all enjoy today's video. So as far as the video goes in terms of gameplay, what you guys are actually going to be watching on screen, instead of me just discussing what topic I want to discuss with you guys today, what you'll be watching is a HBRA3 Insanity DNA bomb. And I don't think it'd be right for me to get a gameplay with this gun if it wasn't a DNA bomb, because it's one of the most overpowered guns, and it has got a bit of relevance to today's video as well, because I've got a bit of evidence backing up some of my points here. There's an enlisted gun in this list of top 5s that Michael Condrey himself, the lead developer of Sledgehammer, actually tweeted out, and this top 5 list goes on in terms of getting good KDs with these guns, and he said that we'd be quite surprised by the results. So if you can see on your screen right now, number 1 is the ARX 160 Hole Puncher, number 2 is the Amelie Heavy, and believe it or not, the Amelie Heavy is an enlisted variant, but it only has +1 damage. We'll be talking about that in a minute. The third one is the Insanity, which is in the gameplay in the background today. The fourth one, the O-Steed, obviously it's just the BAL, everyone uses that, come on man, it's the BAL. And then the fifth one is the Pytek Loophole, and this is a really underrated weapon, but we won't be talking about it in today's video because we're talking about the most underrated ones rather than the ones that are in elite class but are underrated in that weapon class. So now that you guys know that not everyone runs around with the O-Steed on the map all the time, or the best elite variant in the game, even though because of skill-based matchmaking it might seem that, because you get killed by all these guns all the time, all these elite guns. And if you're one of them people who doesn't get all these elite guns, or even one of these elite guns, because you know elite guns are really rare to get anyways and there's not much of a chance of getting them, there's the least amount of chance of getting one of the elite variants rather than anything else in the game, whether it be enlisted or professional. But if you're one of them people who doesn't get elite guns, then you might not be in so much doubt here, because a lot of these guns are actually really good for the weapon class that they are, which is all of these guns that I'll be mentioning will be enlisted. And kicking that off straight away is the BAL Carbon that you can see on your screen right now. And if you can see, it doesn't do a whole lot, but what it does stuff to improve the gun quite a bit, because in terms of the accuracy of the BAL, it doesn't really need an awful lot of accuracy. Everyone mainly puts a foregrip on the BAL anyway, unless you're like a massively big pub stomper and you're like, no, I'll use extended mags instead of foregrip and use quick draw and stock and stuff like that. But if you put a foregrip on it, it'll be pretty good. And what I like about this variant is, compared to the Obsidian Steed, it does have that plus damage, maybe not +2 damage that the Obsidian Steed has, but it doesn't have the minus fire rate. And I think with the BAL, the fire rate is key, because sometimes on the Obsidian Steed, because of the fast-paced game, it kind of kills the Steed off a little bit in terms of landing all your shots and being able to land loads on loads of enemies at once and being able to kill your enemies quicker. So that's why I've put this in today's list. So the next variant I've got you guys is actually a different gun that not a lot of people use, obviously because Advanced Warfare is so fast paced. But if you're going to use a sniper, I definitely recommend this one. If you're not going to use the Atlas and you're going to use the Mors, what I recommend is this gun right now, the Mors Quick Bolt. Obviously when you have variants of guns like the Doctor and stuff, the Doctor has +2 fire rate, but it has that minus damage. So in this game it's kind of like a trade system where if you get proficiencies added, like say if you had fire rate added, you'd have something minused or decreased. And in that terms of the Doctor, that is sadly the damage. So if you don't want that and you just want plus fire rate on a gun and you want it still to be really good in terms of actually sniping people and being able to kill them in one shot and doing more of that quicker, then the Mors Quick Bolt is probably just the best gun in the game in terms of a bolt action sniper to actually use and get feeds with and just generally do absolutely loads and loads of destroying with. So it's definitely a really good variant, and I don't think if they made another elite variant of this gun, I don't think they would be able to make it any better than this one, honestly, because enlisted variants don't always do loads, but they just do what's necessary really. And if you look at guns like, I don't know, the Pro Pipe and stuff like that, they have plus damage, but they have random like noob tubes and stuff, and like, who uses a noob tube these days? Come on. Looking at elite guns, they do some stupid stuff, and they could have put something way more relevant in that place. This is why these guns are so underrated, because they literally just do the things that they have to slightly improve them, if not improve them a lot, like the Mors Quick Bolt that we have here. So the next gun what I have for you guys is the Amelie Heavy that I was talking about earlier, and it has +1 damage and -1 handling. But this gun, it feels like the best version of the Amelie, if not one of them, because if you saw Michael Condrey's list, it was ranked place second. And I know a lot of people don't actually get the Subverter or the Elite variant, the Chicanery or something like that. That is a really good variant of this gun, and enlisted variants are actually way more common, so you will get these variants easier, but it just has the +1 damage, and the Amelie is a really good gun anyways. You put advanced rifling on it, it's really good honestly, and I think the Amelie Heavy is a really good variant just because of the fact that it doesn't decrease mobility or anything like that, and you never really hit fire spread with an LMG anyway. You're constantly either aiming down your sights because they hit like a truck, LMGs, and you don't really want to be spraying and praying when you could actually be picking people off at long ranges with these types of guns. So for the last underrated weapon this video, I want to conclude it off with a really unique weapon in terms of just overall weapons, because you never really see this on any other variant of this gun, and it is the AK-12 hair trigger. It has plus fire rate, and that's the main good thing about it, because honestly this gun anyways, it's really accurate, so the minus accuracy doesn't really do anything, and you can put foregrip on if you really want to, but it is a laser beam anyways. A lot of people however say this gun doesn't actually do anything at all on console because of the frame rounding, but it does do stuff on PC, and there is a difference. But honestly, using this gun guys, it drops them fast and it fires fast, and you can feel the bullets hitting them fast if you've got a good connection. It's not just a good connection, but you can just feel it working anyway, so I'm not sure about that. And if they make a third elite variant of this gun, I would like a +2 to the fire rate, because I think that'd just be so fun to use, and it'd shoot shots so quick that you would have to be accurate and it wouldn't be too overpowered in my opinion. So to conclude this video off, I want to know if you guys, what do you want on the elite variants that they're actually going to make, or an elite variant overall that you might want added to the game. Make your own combinations up in the comment section below, and thank you all for watching. Slap a like on today's video if you enjoyed, and a favourite if you loved it, and I'll see you guys in the video tomorrow, because I will upload tomorrow. I just haven't been able to upload as much recently because I've got exams soon, so I will be uploading more, and I'll try and go on a upload streak as well, kind of every day in the summer holidays or something like that, or a lot of days in a row. So thank you all for watching, like I said before, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.